Today, on Pat's living room, again, let's repair a Mercedes dual valve. Repair kits are available on eBay, which is where I got mine. This is the best way to fix these valves because they are no longer manufactured and old stock is very expensive. I recommend you get yourself a spare dual valve from a junkyard and repair that one first. That way, replacing it on your car only takes a few minutes. The symptoms of a bad dual valve are as follows: lack of heat from one or both sides, too much heat from one or both sides, or simply inconsistent heat from both sides in the case of single-zone climate control. All Mercedes cars of this era have two heating circuits in the heating core, so it's possible for the heating to be uneven in cars even with a single-zone climate control. The other symptom of a bad heating valve is air conditioning that doesn't blow cold air. If your heating valve is stuck open, then any cold air made by the AC is just warmed back up and could be mistaken for a problem with the air conditioning. If you have the automatic climate control panel, you can access its diagnostic information and sensor readout to help you diagnose any problems. I have a full video on this topic. Disassembling the dual valve is pretty straightforward. There aren't any hidden tricks to it. Just be careful when pulling the plastic seal retainers out. They can be a little brittle. You should spend some time to clean the dual valve out. I used rubbing alcohol and Q-tips to get the inside clean. In this shot, you see me getting confused about the orientation of the seals and how you're supposed to install them back in. My first attempt, I got them in upside down. So I want to make a small correction. You saw me install the seal the wrong way around. So it seems like the poppet is supposed to sit in here, but it's not. So if the dual valve goes in like this is actually supposed to be facing up like that. And then the cup here sits on this little ridge right here, like so. And the poppet valve goes through here. So it's gonna seem as if this side is what's supposed to be sealing against the poppet valve, but that's not true, it's this other side. So I installed the seal upside down, so I had to pull it back apart and install the seal the right way up, like this. To test the dual valve, just before putting the electromagnets back on, press down on each plunger and try to blow air up through the bottom. If you installed the seal correctly, no air will come through. If you put the seal in upside down like I did the first time, the plunger doesn't travel far enough down for the poppet to seal, so air will go through without restriction. The dual valve closes when the electromagnet energizes, so if you install the seal incorrectly, you'll basically get constant maximum heat. And that's basically it. Put the screws back in and you're done. You can drain a little bit of coolant out if you don't want to make a mess when changing it. Just getting the coolant level to the bottom of the expansion tank should be enough to avoid any leaks. Thanks for watching!